Joining us on the show again, it's always a pleasure to welcome Skinny Lister. How you doing?
Thanks for having us.
So you're
Yeah.
in the middle of a European tour right now, coming to the UK next Wednesday, which we're very
Is it
much looking
really
forward to.
soon?
Yeah. I think our first day is actually Southampton. I think the night before we're in Antwerp, so it's a one shot straight from Antwerp to Southampton, and then the UK tour commences. And we can't wait. It'd be great. It's always good to go back to Southampton as well, especially 1865. It's one of our favourite venues.
So how's Europe been going so far? I've been on the socials. It seems like it's going quite hectic.
It is, yeah. It's we've not got many days off on this tour, so we've been doing chunks of 5 and 6, and just sort of going for it. But it's been really good fun. The audiences have been great.
New songs from from songs from the Under album are going down really well. Loads of people singing, lots of partying, lots of gigging, just the way we like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good, and it's been good to get to places like Hamburg and Berlin where we really enjoy playing, and then places a little bit more further afield in Scandinavia have been great to reach because we don't get there quite so often. So we're kind of covering a lot of miles on this tour, but enjoying doing it. Yeah.
Have you managed to reach anywhere that you've not been before?
There are towns we've not been. We've been to all the countries we've been to before, but there's some of the towns within those countries we've not been to before. So, we're meeting some new friends as well as catching up with a whole bunch of old friends. But off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Aral, somewhere we've not been.
Lisieux,
Lisieux in France. I mean, we've not done tons in France, for instance, before. We played Paris, and we did play Paris on this tour. There was a town called Lisieux that we played, which was great, actually. You never quite know what you're going to get when you go to a town that you've not been to before. But so far, it's been good. No one's let us down, so yeah.
we've got an incredible band opening up for us every night, the Vandaliers from Dallas, Texas, and they're just incredible. So that's always great as well. So we feel like we're bringing a great party to the UK next week.
Yeah, and if Lorna looks like she's moving around a little up there on the
The
camera,
tour manager
we've got our 5-year-old daughter with us on the tour. So we're in a hotel room right now. Hence,
her babysitter disappeared this afternoon and is in a bar somewhere with Tim. So yeah, we've got the tour manager with us.
But yeah, and worth mentioning as well. Talking about supports, we've got a brilliant songwriter called Claudia Kate joining us on the whole of the UK leg. So in Southampton, we'll have the Claudia with us as well as the Vandaliers, who are with us across every day across Europe and the UK. So yeah, it should be a great night.
Yeah. The thing with Skinny Lister, and I've said this for years, every time I've chatted to you guys, it's you live. There is just something special about seeing you guys live. It's just so energetic. Like, how do you build the energy before you go on stage? Because when you're on there, it just seems like you guys just explode. Like there's more energy on that stage than there is in a preschool full of toddlers on sugar.
Well, I mean, if you catch us maybe 10 minutes before we go on, sometimes the backstage might appear a bit like we're all a bit, tired and not ready for it. But as soon as we step on the stage, I think that's sort of the quiet before the storm thing. As soon as we step on the stage, the music starts, we're kind of ignited and go for it. Especially if, when the crowd brings the energy as well. I mean, that's when it makes it a lot easier when the crowd brings the energy, basically. And we can kind of, it's a cyclical thing where we can feed off each other and all that stuff. But yeah, it's all about the communal experience with Skinny Lister. So we want a lot of energy in the room. We want
Content of the flagging helps as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. We did have a flagon mishap actually early in the tour in Hamburg, but fortunately we managed to. Someone came to Berlin from the UK and replenished us with a new flagon, so we are flagoned
Heroes
up
of the tour.
So don't worry, UK. We will have a flagon full of rum by the time we get there. Well, we've got it. So, yeah.
You've got a UK flagon that was brought to Berlin back to
We did slightly scour the shops in Hamburg and whatever the next town was. I can't remember now, Copenhagen or something.
Yeah.
The flagons they're not as easy to find over here. So yeah, we have got one, but it's a proper, UK flagon.
I don't know why I
We did
thought that'd be really easy
in
to find
Hamburg.
Europe.
We did actually use a St. Pauli flask that evening, so it was quite with the old skull and crossbones logo on there and all that stuff, which worked all right. It serves the same purpose. It doesn't quite have the same look as a proper flagon.
I generally thought it'd be really easy to find in Europe. I don't know why. I just feel like you look European. I don't know what that even means.
Maybe if we'd have had more time to scour the second-hand shops, we'd have found one. But when you're on tour, it's kind of, you get to town, you kind of got to sound check, do all that stuff, and do your gigs and stuff. But yeah, in the US, funnily enough, we can usually find one in the US, very similar to the UK ones. The US, just slightly more sort of squared off, aren't they? But good flagons, yeah. So we've become slightly experts on flagons around the world, but yeah, US is always good to find them.
You could do a mastermind on flagons.
Yeah.
Japan was really not, was it? I think we had some sort of pink plastic kettle instead.
I mean, the other thing to mention about flagons, we are going to have the little mini flagons, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
We're going to have some special,
So.
exclusive little mini flagons available again on the UK leg of the tour. So I'll just mention that. It's a first come, first served thing. They do go quite quickly, but we will have some available at the shows. So, yeah.
Good thing Southampton's first for us.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Hopefully, we've got them for that. I don't know if we'll have them now. But.
It might be that we stagger the sales as well, so all towns kind of get a stab at it, but we shall see. Yeah.
So, like, obviously, you guys have been going now for, as a band, nearly 20 years. Obviously, first album came out 12 years ago now, or maybe 13 years ago. Like, what keeps you guys going? Keeps you on the road? Keeps you writing music? Like, that's a long time for like most bands to still be at it and still doing it and still being as passionate as you are.
It's, I mean, 20 is maybe a bit strong. I think the first sort of murmurings were probably 2009, 2010. And the first album was like 2012. Yeah. So, but still, it's a long time. I don't know. We just we have a good time doing it. There's always something else we want to do. I think musically, even though I think with the last couple of albums we've kind of returned more to our folkier roots. And I've managed to produce the last couple of albums and mix them and stuff, which is quite nice. Because that's something else that's, I've been able to do, which is a new thing for us. It's things like that help keep it interesting and keep it going. We still get to, as we said just earlier, we still get to visit new countries, new towns, meet new people, meet new fans. Yeah, as long as we feel like we've got some music in us to write and record and make, then I think there's life in the band, and we still essentially enjoy doing it. I think the day we really don't enjoy doing it, we probably will hang up the flagon. But now we're still doing it and still writing songs. So there will be an album number 8 in the pipeline shortly. Is that right? 8? I lose track.
Too much to talk about right now. We've been talking 2 weeks. I don't need to think about an album campaign.
But I do think the having the material is kind of that's the coal that you kind of throw in the fire, I think. And we've always got new material to work on and record and stuff. It's not that we just go around playing the songs from 10 years ago. We always like to be current and have new material, and hopefully that material connects with the fans, which this latest album, that does seem to be the case. As Lorna said, we do have a whole bunch of people singing the brand new tracks, and they kind of feel as embedded in almost as some of the tracks we've been playing for 10 years. So that's always a nice feeling.
Yeah. What's the biggest change you've seen since the start of Skin Listed to now, like within music generally? Because so much has changed in the last 10, 15 years, the way music is produced, like distributed, all of that sort of stuff. What's the biggest change you've noticed as a band? I'm
not sure. I mean, we do see change around, but I think we sort of operate in our own little world, whatever that world is. I don't know. I mean, there's obvious things like people buy less CDs at our shows. They're not as big as they were. How many CDs are we selling?
Vinyl. We sell more vinyl.
We sell a lot more vinyl.
CDs.
So there's these kind of really obvious signs of how music is consumed that you see in terms of what we sell at gigs and stuff. But I mean, as a band, we just do the same as what we did 10 years ago. We operate in the same way.
Repeat.
I'm not sure what else to say about that. I think maybe budgets are a bit tighter. it helps that I can produce the albums these days. That sort of, keeps costs down as well. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that was a thing, because generally when you look out there, the money is not there from record sales like it used to be. Certainly, even if you go back 20 years or something, the money is not the same from record sales. That has changed the landscape of music a bit. It's hard to generate proper money from your streaming platforms. Yeah. So we do rely on merch sales. Like most bands of our sort of level would tell you, there's a lot of reliance on playing live and the merch that you sell at those live shows, I think. But it's been that way for a little while. So, yeah.
I always find it weird with vinyls taking off, because I know so many people that buy vinyls but don't even own a record player. They don't even play it. They just buy it. I'm like,
true.
They feel nice. They feel proper in your hand. I love them.
It's a tactile thing. It's quite big. Yeah, you can hold it. You can put it on display. You put it up on a shelf or whatever in your room. And yeah, it's true. Some people do buy them. They will never play them because they'll just stream it on their Spotify when they get them. But it's nice. We like it. It's a good thing for us at shows to sign. There's a lot of real estate on the cover for us to sign. And yeah, it's just a nice thing to own, I think, especially if you've got a nice bit of artwork on there and all that stuff, and some interesting content in there.
I think I'm probably one of the only people left that still buys CDs quite regularly.
Right, yeah.
That's just me.
I mean, if you've got a car with a CD player, it's always nice. CD's always a decent option, but they're definitely fading in terms of sales, I think. Oh. And it depends what country you're in. Some countries seem not to have been phased by it and still buy them. Mostly probably on a decline. I know we've been to Japan. Well, it's a little while ago now, but they still devour CDs in their. They've still got those big record shops that we used to have over here years ago, and still into their CDs in a big way. So I don't know, not every market's the same, but yeah, generally that's been the trend for us. Yeah.
So with touring, obviously you tour a lot, and like I said, like it's one of the most energetic shows you'll ever see as a Skinny Lister show. So for each of you, what is like one of your favourite memories from being on stage and being on the road?
Well, I mean, I'd say, and we've said this before, but I remember when we first did the Flogging Molly Salty Dog Cruise, which is a cruise. We've now been lucky enough to play it three, four times. But the first time we did that, and it's a big cruise ship that sails out of Miami towards, I can't remember where we're going, there's the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And we had the sail away party. So we were on the deck there in the beautiful sunshine, sailing out of Miami harbour, singing a sea shanty. And I remember having that moment where we're like, we were singing a few years before in a pub in Greenwich.
That's just singing sea shanties. You're in Miami on a cruise ship.
And we've somehow been transported to that pub, just singing a local, folk session to something like that. And that was quite magical. But there've been various over the years, haven't there?
Japan was always a bucket list for me. So to go over there, and then we played like the pre-show party, and we didn't know anything about it. And then there was like 5,000 people there roaring for Skinny Lister, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, I mean, Fuji Rock, the festival was great, and you see Fuji, Mount Fuji in the background.
Yeah.
But there's so many of those moments along the way and little milestones as you go through. I think that
magical moment. Just when you do connect with the crowd, it's just a magical feeling that you don't want to let go.
I mean, we had a great one last night in Prague. It was pretty messy. It wasn't a huge show. It was like a basement show, but we kind of filled that basement out, and the energy that was in the room was great. And it kind of reminds you, why we do what we do.
All the travelling,
all
the hard work.
Is there anywhere that you've not been that you still want to tick off on the list, like on your a bucket list of where countries maybe you've not been able to reach?
There's a couple of kind of obvious ones. Australia's one. We've never been to Australia. For whatever reason that is, I'm
scared of the touring thing around it. I think it sounds quite hard work.
Well, there's a lot of distances, so you've got to, apparently the people that we spoke to, the way they tour over there, you'll do your gig, and then you pretty much have to get to an airport, get to the next place, because everything's so far away, and it's a perpetual flight gig situation, which sounds pretty tiring. But still, I'd love to get over there because it's just somewhere we've not been. South America, we've not been over that way. That'd be
pretty cool.
That'd be good. That's somewhere where we'd like to go. So yeah, there's a couple. Other than that, we've been lucky, and we've gone to quite a lot of places. Yeah.
Actually, just before COVID, somebody offered us a gig in Kenya, and like with a safari thrown in. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Be up for that now.
Yeah, that's definitely off our beaten track. So that would be cool.
South America seems to be a place that a lot of people have never been able to go to. It seems to be a place that music doesn't ever, or at least a lot of artists from over here don't ever tend to make it over there. Few and far between that make it over there.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things. There's, there's artists that are very big over that way, and yeah.
Frank Turner's making
inroads
there, isn't he? So maybe he'll take us one day.
So we've got you at the 1865 for the start of the UK leg of the tour, which we're very excited for because I've not seen you guys live for a little while now. And I do love the 1865 as well. It's a great little place.
That's great.
So are you then going to take a bit of a break for Christmas? Like, what's your plans for Christmas? And then is it back at it in the new year again?
Well, I mean, obviously the tour continues after Southampton. We always wind up with our big Christmas show, which is on the 12th of December this year in London at the Scala. So that's where kind of we wrap up things. And that's where Christmas officially begins, according to those people that join us at the Scala show. And then then we sign off for Christmas, and then I mean there's a few things in the pipeline for next year. Not a lot is actually set in stone yet, so we're still working on that stuff as we speak, actually. But yeah, there's certainly festivals coming into the diary, and there's potential US dates, and there'll be our usual UK dates probably towards the end of the year. Possible as well that we're going to be celebrating 10 years of our album The Devil, the Heart and the Fight, in the form of some tour dates as well later in the year. So there'll be stuff going on, but it's still it's early days yet, and there's something we can't actually announce yet that have been kind of.
That's always the case.
But but we will enjoy this is a busy end to the year for us. It's pretty full on, so we will enjoy that Christmas break.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you as always for your time. Enjoy the rest of Europe, and we will catch you next week in Southampton, the 1865.
Next week.
We'll see you.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.